Hello, my friend. Does anyone else get like me? Like, I get home from work and I'm in a good mood and I'm ready to conquer the world and film my videos. And I get home and that recliner feels so good and I lose all motivation and it's like, ugh. That's been me all week. I have already cut 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 loaves of soap. So 7 times 9 is 63 bars of soap today since I've been home. So I haven't exactly been lazy. And I pre-organized my money. But we are getting straight into cash stuffing and unstuffing. And you can hear some noise off to the side. That is my cheat sheet. And we are going to be doing a debt update. And I need to pull that because hopefully my grass is getting cut this weekend. And we are going in the order I have on my sheet. Normally I just go in the order as I'm flipping through, but we're not going that route. Okay, so we are working on, I thought I grabbed a pen, saving today's the 18th. This is great. You're going to have a hard time seeing it. I'm sorry. We're saving $55 every other week, which is every pay period for my husband. We have a medical bill for our son from when he was a minor. And we are saving $55 a week because that particular company will give a 40% discount during tax season. So we are just putting $55 a week, every other week, saving up. So when tax season comes around, we'll have that money and we'll be able to negotiate and settle that debt. Then we have my husband's hunting. And that is $3. Either I haven't been writing down or I haven't been putting money in here. Or it could be a combination of both. Let's count and see if we have $94. So 1, 2, 3. $50, $60, $70, $80, $90, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I just didn't put any in for a few weeks. Oh well. The money is there, and I think that is more than enough to cover this year's license. We'll just start stockpiling for next year. Vehicle tax is next. We put $6 a week into our car tax. I live in the state of Georgia. If you have an older vehicle, you pay annually for your car tax. Taxes, if you have a newer vehicle, you only pay, apparently I hadn't been putting that in this one either, $6.18, $6, $1.11. Let's just count and see how much we have. So we have an older model vehicle, so we will have to pay the actual taxes for that. And then I have a new vehicle that the taxes were paid on when I bought it. And so I only have to pay the $20 tag fee. 10, 20, 30, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 11. So we just need probably one more week and car tax will technically be taken care of. So we did hunting lessons. Walmart Plus is next. And I haven't decided whether I'm going to renew Walmart Plus. It does have its perks. But we've had some life changes and I'm not having to order quite as much from Walmart. And so, like, no major life changes, just I'm not over some things I once was, and I just don't have to shop quite as much, $80. So do I really need Walmart Plus? I don't know. I'm weighing the options. And then next up we have banquet. Shoot, I forgot that bill again. One day. This is my problem. I need to 618. I need to we have a banquet we go to every year in February. So we're just putting a little bit of money aside for that. I don't know why it's called a banquet. It's technically a fundraiser. I guess banquet sounds a little bit better. Alright, we need to find accountant. $618. And what our accountant money is going to do is we know we have to pay our accountant to figure our taxes every single year. So why not just put money aside for that? So we've been doing that for 4 paychecks now. Trailer taxes. Oh, so sorry. Car tag, hunting license. Escrow. Hurricane. We've got our first system that's going to hit us Friday, I think is when it's predicted. It's supposed to just be rain. It's whatever's coming up in the Gulf. And I think it's coming in Louisiana. It started off on land. It was a weird one. And the Gulf always hits us worse and has the weirdest and worst storms anyway. And then just the rain is supposed to get to us because we're in La Nina, El Nino, whichever one is the lots of rain. We did account at trailer taxes. So we have a mobile home and we know these taxes are coming annually. So we're just going to put $5 in, 618. 525. I have had a great week so far. I have an extra $10. I put 2 10s in a stack instead of 1. So let's go back and pick up Dexter's vet bill. It's the annual vet bill. It costs about $200. Let's put $10 in. But my husband and I celebrated our 25th anniversary on Tuesday. And we celebrated it for the first time apart. Any anniversary, we've always been, we may not go out till the weekend before or weekend after if our anniversary's in the middle of the week. And we were also not smart and got married on Father's Day weekend. So we always prioritize our dads and see them on Father's Day. So that kind of leaves, if our anniversary falls on that weekend, we're kind of limited on what to do. So this year it fell on Tuesday, and he's working out of state. And so we have plans this weekend to go out to eat, and there's this sweet couple in our church. They've been married 40-something years. They're in their 80s. And we have the same anniversary. And we've always said we would love to just double date with them and go out for our anniversaries. And that might get to happen this year. I know that sounds kind of unconventional to take your 25th anniversary and to spend it with another couple. But if this couple is just the sweetest, we have fallen in love with them. I think the feeling is mutual. We have served in many capacities with this couple. I've served with the wife on numerous things, and just side by side in ministry and life. And they're just the sweetest couple. And we have another guy in our church, a good friend of ours, and his mom died at the age of like 98 today. I'm filming this on Wednesday, and the funeral is Saturday. And so I talked with my husband. I'm like, hey, we really need to go to this funeral. It's an hour from home, but we had restaurants chosen that we had narrowed down to, and every restaurant was an hour from the house, and 2 of the restaurants are in the town of the funeral. And I'm like, we really should go to the funeral. It's like, okay. I said, and we've always talked about the double date thing. Do you want to see if they'll want to ride with us if they're going to the funeral, if they don't have their kids coming into town for Father's Day weekend? And do the double date. And they're in their 80s. And so, like, I want to make sure we get this in. Like, it's a bucket list thing. So, I called the wife and I'm like, hey, do you want to do this? And she didn't even hesitate. She's like, yes. My only hesitation is our son is either coming in this weekend or next weekend, and he hasn't decided yet. So I will call him as soon as he gets off work, and I'll let you know if we're going to be able to go to the funeral. And if we are able to go, then absolutely double date for our anniversaries. So that was, I hate that we're doing this because of a funeral, but I am so excited. I hope this works out. I got to spend I'm just talking like you don't have anything else better to do. I am going to I've got $60 for lawn care. We're just going to go ahead and put in the envelope $6.18 since we've already pulled out $60. Since my husband was out of town, my mom and my stepdad and I have been trying 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. I've been trying to figure out a date to go out to eat anyway. And I'm like, well, this was last week. I'm like, hey, y'all free Tuesday? Because the date that I had originally suggested they had plans for. And they're like, yeah. So I pull up my phone. I go into my calendar. I go to put the date in. I'm like, this is great. I get to spend my 25th anniversary with my mom and my stepdad. So just this year's been different. We are going to embrace the different. And that is all on this. Let's update that Snowball. So if you've been following with me, we have paid off a small credit card, a Capital One card. We have paid off what we owed from our 2024 taxes, which were due in 2025. We have paid off a Care credit card. And we are working on a Chase card. So, we're just going to use today's date, even though I did this the other day, 26. So, our balance when we left each other last Thursday was $3,046.28. With my husband's paycheck last Friday, we took the $50 that was originally escrow money because our escrow went up. Our homeowner's insurance went up $835 last summer. And so we took $50 and just stockpiled it to have that extra to pay off the escrow that we owed, so we didn't have to pay back escrow and then also move forward, which would have made our mortgage really high. So this is escrow rollover. And then we had $36. That was our Capital One card payment. Capital One. And so this money, this is how you did the Snowball. We rolled it over. And then we have our regular Chase payment. It's regular below $100. I don't remember exactly, like 80 something, 60 something, I don't know. But we pay $124. I just made, when we first started getting really serious about money and our debt, this was where the payment was. And so we just budgeted in $124 instead of it moving down. And I had, last thing on this, $40. No, $37. Chiropractor appointment. My insurance pays for it now. I changed insurance companies when my husband changed jobs. And that's a rollover. So, let's pull out the handy dandy calculator. We started out with $3,046.28. And we paid $50. That left us with $2,996.28, and then we paid another $36, $29.60.28, and the regular payment of $124 is $2,836.28, and $37. So we now have a balance of $2,799.28. So, our debt that we're working on is our Chase card. And you can see I've been making soap. Like there's soap everywhere. It'll be okay. So, $2,799.28 is what we have left in our Chase card. Hopefully, it will be paid off. Fall is the goal. We'll see what happens. As long as life doesn't life, we should be pretty good because it's pretty much budgeted. Just as long as nothing life happens major. So we need to pull some cash. Am I still recording? Yes. We need to pull some cash. So hunting license, not touching. Trailer taxes, don't have to touch yet. Hurricane. We're going to leave this in here. I was going to pull it. There's $50. This is the envelope that says trailer taxes. But there's $50 in here from the hurricane. Or, not there. $50 in here from the hurricane. No. Escrow is what we still had money in. Sorry. Confusing myself. Escrow. We still had $50. We're just going to leave that alone. See what happens with these hurricane season. It's been sitting there just for a while. We don't need to touch accounting. We don't need to touch Walmart Plus. We will be putting some money up for that later. I forgot to look that up again. Lawn care we don't need to touch. Vet we don't need to touch. And the banquet. So I do know we have money to pull. It must be in this one. So our trip 2026 we are not taking. I have a niece who had gotten engaged and she lives out of state. And we were waiting to see when the wedding was, and we got the date, and we are already booked for that date, and it's not like it's close. It's 14 or so hours away, so there's really just no way to be able to make that wedding, unfortunately. So we are going to, let's use a darker marker, 6/18 205 equals 0. Let's make sure we have 205. 1, 20, 40, 60, 80, 205. This is going to be go out to eat for anniversary. I didn't budget for that, so let's just use that money for this. And we will pay cash for at dinner. And don't need anything for the car. Hope not. It's brand new. Don't need anything for the house. We'll leave nice dinner alone. Don't need anything for medical. Don't need anything for clothing. And friend, that is going to close us out for the day. And I will see you on Saturday when we do our box challenge. And box challenge saves what was saving for that trip. But we'll adjust that. Box challenge saves for our birthdays, for my son, my husband, and myself, as well as Christmas 2026. So come save money with us as we just pre-plan and prepare for Christmas and birthdays. Because we know they're coming. They come every 365 days. So come be a part of that fun. See you Saturday. And that was Dexter, our 5-year-old Labrador, who thinks that in the end of every video he has to shake his head and make his presence known. Thank you, friend. F-R-E-N. Yes, I did say that properly, for joining me. Bye.